great memory.
That's cool.
How many heats do we have for these Smash It Minis?
3 heats of 20.
Holy smoke.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Here's your countdown. Here we go.
Clifton not wasting any time. Man, he clipped Matty right off the rip.
Yeah.
Did I hear you say that you watched the drivers' meeting, Steve?
Yeah, we had it live on the stream for the heat draws, and then they did ask some questions about pro stock teams, whether they wanted to keep the rules the same, and they talked about the basics, don't hit the driver's door, that kind of thing.
Did they talk about when the featured drivers could work on their cars?
If they did, I didn't hear it.
Look out. Holy cow.
Let's say Dustin Pegg in the 311. He's making it hard for me because I don't know if you saw how he put the number on his car. It's all Roman numerals.
Thanks, Dustin.
Yeah.
I did not expect the action that we're seeing here. I didn't want to jinx us. I thought we were looking at a long heat with the drivers we got on that track, and they're getting after it. I wonder how many they're taking.
I thought they said they're going to take 5. Excuse me, taking 6 plus a Mad Dog if it's earned.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I wrote that down in the driver's.
Well, I've already seen one car out there getting after it pretty good, but I do not know. Could not make out a number on it.
Starting to see some attrition here in different areas of the track. Couple in the back corner there. Couple guys stuck together. There's the 311 at Peg sitting idle right here with the stick down. Monte Carlo's straight. Drew Miller in the 11. or was it Dylan Berger?
That's probably going to be well, I don't know, because there's an 11. I thought those burgers run them W bodies if I've got my compact knowledge correct.
That's Berger in the Monte Carlo. Nice when they put their name in a legible font on the roof sign to read, so it helps us a lot for sure.
Makes you want to give them a gift card. You know, and there's people out there like GH Graphics really helping us out, Steve. You know, with legible roof signs, you know, you just really appreciate it. Next time you see George, let him know.
Oh, yeah. The funniest part about the whole thing about legible roof signs with George is for how long I gave him a hard time about me not being able to read roof signs. And then I got glasses. And I was like, hey, I can read these signs a whole lot better.
Wasn't George's fault? He was blind as a bat?
I said, I may owe George an apology. Ooh.
Yeah. Wake up, Bill. Here comes Team Tussey. Red flags are flying. You got him in trouble, Steve.
Don't say that. People are superstitious.
Dustin Pegg sitting there on his phone, texting and driving.
Well, something happened to his ride and it shut off, so he's ordering a pizza.
That doesn't sound like the worst idea I've ever heard.
Wonder if they'll DoorDash it to the track for him.
That DoorDash will go anywhere you tell him to go.
Yeah, drop a pin. Come to me.
Only about $45 to get some Taco Bell. Steve, you were talking about the rear wheel versus the front wheel, and if it wasn't for William Matty's rear wheel, he would not be going anywhere. His left or his right front is destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Being rear wheel, he's still able to move around. He got water pouring out of it right now. He's going to have a rough road to go. You said if they were taking 6, you got 3 Tussies out there, Burgers out there. He's going to have a rough road to go. 315 right in front of us. I believe that's West 5, ain't it?
Yep. Scared him.
Carter, I wasn't going to say nothing because Carter asked me not to give him a hard time tonight, so that was a freebie. I don't know if I can do it again. Look alive, Carter.
Looks like we lost the other 11 through Miller. No, he moved. Made a liar out of me.
I mean, that Beaver car, that 5 is a rock.
Trying to remember what it was. Having a hard time. Couple of Supras out here. 2 or 3 anyway.
correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that what the Iceman won this class in last year, a Supra?
Yeah, he still has it. He joked on social media about bringing it out of retirement to bring out here this weekend. But
I didn't think he was joking. I think he's got it as bad as I ever had it, where it's just like if you've got it sitting there and it'll drive on and off the trailer, why the heck not?
I get that. I've had some rides like that myself. They look pretty used up, but they still drove on their own, under their own power and still steered, so why not, right? I used to save that stuff for my hometown track because it was local and I could haul 10 cars there.
Yeah.
I ran one year in my hometown, Rochester Fair in New Hampshire, and I think I ran every heat with just used cars.
Wow.
Made the feature twice.
That'll wear you out.
Yeah, I actually got sunstroke that day, like heat stroke, I guess they call it.
I think, I've never done anything like that. I've ran twice in one day at 2 different derbies. But I just think the mental strain that you put on yourself to go out there and perform, and then while you're out there, I think that's probably even harder on you than just the physical wear and tear.
Oh yeah, it just drains you. People don't realize, if you're not a derby person, if you're just a casual fan watching, you don't realize the physical strain that this puts on your body. And then some of that is, the mental side of it. Like it actually puts a physical drain on your body. But you see guys get out of these cars that are just drenched in sweat, and their arms are so tired they can't take their helmets off.
That's going to be William Matty.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good point, Steve. I could run with that because it to your point, if it's not, if it's fans, but it's not really derby people that's ever been out there, the first thing they think about is the impact and that kind of wear and tear on you. They certainly have no idea, what you go through mentally out there. Like, for example, right now, the 345, I mean, he's hanging one and banging one for sure.
Yeah.
And he ain't going to give up, He'll run it until looks like that left rear might be flat. That ain't going to help him out none. I couldn't quite tell. He pulled away too quick. May have just been the way the rim looked.
It looked kind of flat to me. You might have been right.
Berger's ride is like a show car out there.
Have to wonder if he's playing the game a little too much, because he's already been spoken to on the track about something. And sometimes you can be doing all the right things, but it's just a perception thing, right? Like you look at the car and you go, man, it doesn't have a scratch on it. This guy must be sandbagging. But if you're in the middle of the pack and you're making contact, you're staying legal, technically.
Yeah, there's a wheel on the track.
Bill Matty's like, something's going on in there. You calling the official over. Frustration for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, screw this car, screw everybody out here.
Yeah.
I'll roast her down. Hey, is that Controlled Chaos Photography across the track there? Illinois? Are they out here? I think they might be.
Might be.
Serena Brandt Photography is out here. One Shot. Shannon Davis is out here. And I swear that was Emily standing over there.
All kinds of Derby media here this weekend. Obviously, Derby Nation. We got Jace Miller with Ice Cold Carnage. Tanner Longest with Multi-Demo 10. Alex Vasco, All For Him Racing.
Demolition Derby Life, I mean, to your point.
Yeah.
Like,
Demolition Derby Life here as well.
Corner to corner, man. If you don't know what's happening this weekend at the Bash, then you live under the same rock that I do. Because you're right, man. There is all kinds of good people here documenting this experience.
I want to say thanks to Jace Miller and Tanner Longus, both of them working for Smash It this weekend to provide a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff and obviously helping on our side of things here with Derby Nation, running some cameras. And Jace Miller, he's in school for media and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
He brought a schoolmate with him that is into journalism and photography, and he's running one of the cameras as well.
Really, that's the guy?
Yeah.
I seen somebody out there I did not recognize. Jace is solid.
Yeah.
I know I say this every time, but it always comes to mind, man. I remember before he even started and his interest in learning kind of how to take that path, whether through announcing or the broadcasting or anything. And I think he does a killer job, and I definitely try to give him a shout out for he's out there standing on that platform right now, but then he's jumping over that wall and going out there and doing killer interviews. So that'd make for a long weekend for somebody.
He'll be tired. Funny thing is about Jace is that I've known his dad for 25 years.
Oh, yeah?
I've known Tony Miller.
Oh, okay.
From way back.
I did not know that was his dad.
Yep. And so then I met Jace just a couple years ago at Money in the Bank in Terre Haute, Indiana, with the J.R. Rouse Promotions, and Jace was doing the announcing there, and I just said, "Who's this young kid that's announcing and doing a good job?" You know, and I went and met him and found out who he was and knew we had a connection right there. You know, so
we need that. We need more people getting into that
for sure. I know Tony's watching at home, so I want to shout out to Tony Miller Graphics. Hope everything's going well for you.
I think that's Braden Tussey right there in the T28. Yep,
you're right.
I just watched those guys run at Proctorville, and he's having to work that wheel pretty good where he has lost suspension on that left side. He's the fender sitting right down on top of that tire. Everything you've educated me on about these front-wheel drive cars, that is not good.
Yeah, that's right.
That's putting pressure where it don't need to be.
And then on these cars, you know, the kind of the weak link on the front-wheel drives is the CV shafts, and you put them at a bad angle or get them in a bind, and it's not long before they just let go. And there's some things you can do to sort of help that last a little bit longer, but even then, you're putting a Band-Aid on a wound, you know.
Yeah, it's not if, it's when.
Yep.
I think Preston Hunter is still out there in the P13. Once the car comes back, I'll show you.
I think it's this one here, isn't it? Coming right by us? Yeah, right here by us. Yeah.
Yep.
And both fives are out there. Cody Cesarino and Beaver.
Cody representing PA.
Unfortunately, I don't know which is which.
The 5 of Beaver is that blue car, I believe.
Okay.
Because I think we've seen that. I've crossed paths with that car before. I think probably here.
Yeah, it's definitely been here before.
Now, I did not see Bradley Tussey go out, but the T20 is not moving, and his arm was up on his door like he was not working. Looks like his stick's down. I mean, that's a game changer. So the old man, Brad Tussey's still over there in the T24. There's Bowser. Missing that right rear, Steve, is not going to help that transmission out any.
No, it'll make it work a little harder. You know, if it's just the one, if you've still got a rolling rear tire on the other side, these cars are stiff enough with the unibody to be all right for a while. But you know how it is. You don't want to just overwork the drivetrain.
I hear you. So if they could collapse the sheet metal around that left rear, then they'd really have something going on for slowing his roll.
For sure.
I'm a student of the game, Steve.
It's actually with these front wheel drive cars, it's better to sort of collapse the sheet metal around the wheel and lock it up
Yeah.
to create that drag than it is to just knock it off. Because if you knock it off, then a lot of times the makeup of the car just lets it slide like skids.
No, I hear you, because I was watching him and he looked like he was moving pretty easy, so that makes sense to me.
Boy, Berger's still looking pretty clean out there.
All those burger cars, every time I watch them run, it's usually here. It's one of them deals where if you don't jump on them, shame on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, at some point, you can't blame the trackside people. You have to blame the other competitors on the track. If you're letting them get away with it, then you're sleeping.
Wasn't Tony Miller number 11 too?
Do you know, George, Tony Miller's number when he used to run?
When you said that name and I just seen that 11 car out there, that made me think of him. But it could.
Yeah, different one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got one of them right. Not Jason's dad.
Oh, gotcha. '96.
Okay.
Had to go back and look at his old pictures.
Beaver and Bowser, center of the track, 69 and the 5. Burgers at 11, P13. Preston Hunter. I believe Tussey just now into the back. I'm having trouble with that roof sign, but I think it might be the 18. Blue numbers on the roof sign. If it is, it's Sean Harrison, Columbia, Kentucky. I think I see a checkered flag waving over there. May have our 6 there. That sure looks like an 18 because there's not a 10 on there. Burgers 11. Bowser 69. Beavers 5. P13. Preston Hunter. We should have old man Brad Tussey in there somewhere.